Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my craft room and office space. I have currently moved out of another spare bedroom that we had, and this one is over our garage, so it tends to get quite cold. So I ended up taking this room. It is pretty much the second largest room, and my other two kids, they basically switched rooms, and my son took my office space. So I'm going to take you inside, show you what this space currently looks like. I will probably try to insert a picture of my previous room so you could see a comparison in terms of layout, because this one is more square, the other one was definitely more of a rectangle shape. Okay, so I'm just going to walk in the room and show you, and I'm going to pan around and give you a look of the whole room. So this is currently the room set up, and as you can see, it is more of a shape that is more square. I have set up my desk space, not so much horizontal, but just taking up this space like this. So unfortunately, the only thing that bothers me is a lot of the cords are showing, but when you use a room and it's functional, that unfortunately is something that happens. So this is the entire room. I do have a walk-in closet, which I will go into more detail, but this is the space in its entirety. Okay, so this corner here is basically like my lounge area. So I just have a cart that I modified. So this is a Raskog by IKEA. I modified it, took off the top shelf. That way I could use it and it could roll around to under the desk when I'm working out. I do have quite a bit of space in here that I can use my TV, work out. So I love that it is a definitely multifaceted space. So I'm actually going to walk over to where my Kallax. So I do have a Kallax, and I believe the bottom one is an Expedit. They're both from IKEA. So I know last time I posted, people were like, I don't necessarily like all the sort of mishmash of, different furniture. So I moved out basically the lighter color one I had. I'm sticking to kind of like more of the black and white theme in here, and I'm liking the space better. It functions a little bit better for me. So let's start with what's on. So this top one, I believe, is the newer version, which is the Kallax, as I said, and the bottom one, because it's an Expedit. So I don't have anything in the drawers. I have done a major purge. So here I just keep all of my papers. I use my Cricut, so I just have laminating sheets, 3 mil and the 5, and all of my papers there. And then up here, I just have my mini fridge where I keep my water. And then I have my lucky money plant right here in the window. So that is it. So down here at the bottom, as I said, those drawers are currently empty because I did do a major purge. Down here, I have all of my excess of Happy Planner items. So I have some mini stuff here, and as well as classic size like refills. As you can see, I won't go through every sort of last thing here. And then this one has all of my big size Happy Planner items. So I'm just going to pan a little bit out and show you what's in the drawers down here. So this drawer right here just houses all of my Cricut supplies. I do have a heat press, an iron. I have some flat irons that I use for smaller projects. So I just house them in this bottom drawer, or IKEA bin. Next, I just have some more items here that are Happy Planner related. All of like the covers, deluxe covers, stuff like that are in this bottom here drawer. Okay, next I'm going to move on to my desk. So here is sort of my cutting station, punching. So down here, I just keep a recycling bin, and I did configure this desk. So this is one long desk here. This is another short desk in that corner. And what I did was I cut that desk right here in half. And then the other half is here. I added 2 legs on that side. And as you can see, I just used 1 leg and used that Kallax, not Kallax, I can't remember the drawers names. Alex drawers. Yes, that's what it's called. So I did use this Alex drawers to kind of prop it up. It works. It doesn't move. It is excellent. So I'm glad that I had that idea to kind of modify and use one of their short tables, which is technically like that one in the back. And I cut it in half, as I said. So you can definitely use your imagination and, do things that work. So I'll go back to where I had started talking about. So this is my cutting area. So when I make cash envelopes, those kind of items, I will cut over here. All of my paper inserts, I cut over here. I love this cutter. I purchased this at Value Village. And honestly, I bought it and I had it stored for maybe a year or two because I really wasn't making inserts or doing any of that stuff. And then I realized that this thing is an absolute workhorse. I love it. I probably will never get rid of it because it is I don't know, not self-healing, but self-sharpening. So it will continue to stay sharp. It has been with me for the last. So next to my Ottlight, I have my little caddy. So this is actually a baby caddy that I picked up from Marshall's Home Sense, and it houses books that I've kept. So I purged a lot of my books that I have already read. I'm no longer reading. So these are the books that I've kept. A few kind of devotionals, a happy planner book there, and the book by The Secret, if you're familiar. And that is what's here in this caddy, as you can see. And then in here, I just have my carousel. This I did thrift. It is from Michael's originally. I just have a picture of my family and of us on vacation. And I have some markers and pencil crayons and things that I need to reach for regularly. I do have my mini scissors, my little cutters, my tweezers, my punches in here. I absolutely love this thing. And it is so handy, especially when I'm sitting right here, right at my desk. I can have everything at sort of, arm's reach. So over here, I keep a bit of decor. I have a mini fan there. And that mini fan is, now that we're kind of transitioning into, I would say, summertime, that it's getting hot. I have my AC on, but sometimes you don't even want the AC on. I can definitely just use the fan. Let me turn on this light. Okay, I wanted to turn on that light so it would be a little bit brighter, which is over my desk, as you can see. And here I just have all of my Happy Planner sticker books. This is just some of them. These are more of the accessory packs, some other brands that I have here. And that is what I house there. So let's move on to the rest of my desk. So here is my big sort of bookcase slash, ottoman, not ottoman, hutch, I should say. And I just place this on top of my desk. I keep my planners here, as you can see, on the desk, along with my pencil case. I have all my washi here. These clear sort of acrylic looking drawers are from Michael's as well. And they are fabulous for washi tape. And I love the the Happy Planner, those ones that you can just kind of pull them out. And then when you need them, you can pull the stickers from there. So I used to have my washi on ones that stacked and they were open, the wood ones, but I ended up switching those out because I like that if I'm not using it regularly that they still won't get all dusty. So I ended up going with these instead. So on here, I just have all my big value sticker books from Happy Planner, my minis, all the inserts, some extra sticker books. And these are sticker books that I have by Happy Planner and some extra inserts. This I only plan usually a month as I go along, so I keep everything up there. So here is just sort of my filming setup, and if you've seen it before, it is basically those backwards, I would say seat mirrors that you use for an infant when they're in the car. I just used one of those that I thrifted, and I purchased this this here from Amazon. It's just and then as you can see, I had to kind of configure it that way it would elevate it a little bit and I could record sort of that top view. Here I just have two Happy Planner punches. I have the classic size and the big, and they get dull very easy. They do not punch more than 2 or 3 papers at a time. So definitely I needed that arc punch to get through like laminated papers. So up here I just have my cash tray for my budgeting videos and sort of paper clips, that kind of stuff in here. As I said, I did quite a bit of a purge of Happy Planner items that I wasn't using and things that I didn't need anymore. So I've condensed quite a bit. And then here I just have my punches. So these are like round punches, and I just made, I just wrote on them. So A5, A6, and A7, because I do modify all of them. So each time I do it, I know what it is. I could just grab each punch. So don't mind the background noise. I think my neighbor is cutting the lawn. So here I just have more Happy Planner books here in this corner, and I love these. These are actually from Canadian Tire, and they are shoe racks. So I don't know how great of a shoe rack it makes, but it definitely houses my Happy Planner sticker books absolutely perfectly. So that is how it looks with them in there. You could put them, you know, facing the other way and pull them out, or I have them going basically vertical. So I love that. So here I just have the beard oil that my husband and we've created, and I just have it there sitting, and we're not quite promoting it right now because I'm having to take a break from our shop, but I'll be back. So here is all of the items I use when I am doing sort of my business and working with my Cricut machine, stuff like that. So this, I'll just kind of move out and show you. On the desk, I have my laptop set up. I do just have an HP laptop. I think it's maybe about 15.6 inches. All of my stationery there. This blue box here houses all of my cable cords. Eventually, I will probably tie up all those cords and stick them actually on the desk, but for video purposes, I didn't have time for that, and it's just been like that, and it doesn't really bother me when it's like underneath there. So I do have my Brother printer, and this prints labels from my laptop. I put in all of my customers' information, and then it will print it there. And then I do have to have a customs label that I do for international shipping anyways, but basically, for the most part, that is what I'm using. Here is all my sticky notes, stuff like that. And it just is housed in some acrylic, like a acrylic little caddy. And it's probably a makeup caddy because it has like, I think, no, this one doesn't have the lipstick holder, but it's perfect for basically stationary items. So next on this shelf, I have my printers. So I do have an Epson EcoTank. This thing right here, this black one, is a workhorse. I do have a bit of a review, and on it, it is perfect because you can actually use this. If you didn't put ink in it, you could use this for sublimation. I'm using it for just printing. As you can see, I have been printing on this for definitely, I want to say over a year, like all the time. And you can see the ink levels. I haven't replaced anything. The black is at about half tank, but this one actually tells you you could use it for 2 years. And I believe it because if I use this for definitely another year, I will probably then just use up all the black ink. So I don't think they lied. I love it. And it is self-cleaning. I had to sort of like calibrate it and clean it because it was doing these lines, and I knew last time there was a video I seen on YouTube and it showed you how to clean it, which I did. So this is my other workhorse. She is amazing. My HP LaserJet. I have a love-hate relationship with her lately, and I say her because, you know, we could be a little temperamental. So this is a HP LaserJet. It's a P1005, and I picked that up on a marketplace for like 40 bucks. I've had this for probably at least, I want to say, the last 4 or 5 years, and it was already used, and it's probably been discontinued probably forever, but it is a LaserJet. It prints great, but I changed the ink on it, and I don't know if because I bought like an Amazon cheap ink, it's been smearing it a little bit, but I've been using it anyways because it's only for my things. So here is my Cricuts. If you see my last room tour, I did not have the second one here, which is the emerald, and it's the bottom one. This green one is the emerald, and then this one is like the light blue one. I added this one over, I want to say around Boxing Day, sort of New Year's like time. They had a great sale. I ended up getting this for only $150 shipped from Cricut. So no customs, no duties, 150 Canadian. I thought was such a steal. So I ended up picking up a second one because I want to do engraving, and I'll show you those items that I want to do engraving on. And I'm going to use a maker engraving tool that I have here actually on my desk. So as you can see, I ended up buying this engraving tip. So I want to add this to one of them. Now that that light blue one is void of warranty and I can't get it fixed through Cricut, I can now change out that second one. So I've been doing all my cutting on this one, and then this will become my engraving Cricut. So over here is my other station where I do all of my cutting. As you can see, let me step back. So here I have my laminating, all my tools when I am making like little charms, stuff like that. So on here I just have an old can. Let me see if I can open it. And then I'm just gonna put all of my little Cricut scraps in there. I have some alcohol wipes here. It is perfect for cleaning all of my items. I have my little container. I know they're selling these. I put mine up on AliExpress. I didn't buy it from the website that everyone else is, because I know there was another individual who sold them, and then that's originally where I'd seen it, and then I seen them on AliExpress, so I picked it up there. And then here is my pegboard from IKEA, and it just houses all of the items I need immediately that are Cricut related. So all of my tools. Okay, so I was going to go in the closet, but I think I'm going to show you what's in my drawers. So let me just take out my chair so I'm not all wobbly. So here is my first Alex drawer, and I'm just going to show you what's in there quickly. So basically this is my catch-all drawer. I just have some catnip in here for my kitty, a lot of tools and pens and things that I use for like my budgeting videos. And these drawers are just a catch-all for all of the things that I don't want to have out. Next one is all of my items that I'm going to be engraving. I have a lot of paper clips that I have when I was making like bows and stuff like that. And that is what's in here, some extra punches. And then this drawer down here houses all of my items that I use when I craft. So all of my glue sticks are here. And anything that's like adhesive spray and clamps. So that is that drawer. And then my mat that I use. Okay, so the next drawer is going to be all of my tools that I use in order to make my planner like inserts. So I have my planner items that I do have on my website that I make. They're little like charm holders. So these are all my grommets and my punches, my crocodile is in here, and that's what that is. And then my punch for like leather and stuff like that. And then my little hammer that I use for my grommets. And then my last drawer here, I have just markers and things that I use for, as I said, like my planners and stuff. So nothing too exciting. I'm just going to take you under here quickly. So this is all of my items that I use for shipping. So anytime I'm sending out anything, I just basically took off the bottom like wheels off of this. I always like modifying things and making them work so I can save space. I ended up kind of shoving it under this desk, and then it does help stabilize this desk because, as I said, as you can kind of see here where I did cut the desk and glue those two pieces together, it works. And I'm not changing it. So that's what that is. And then my shipping labels, my thank you labels, that's all that's there. So the other side of my desk, this is the other Alex drawers that I have. So I definitely have punches in here, my paper clips, anything that I need to do any of my my items that don't basically fit in this cavity in this caddy here. I house in the drawers. So all my tape and scissors, extra scissors, stuff like that, punches, as I said, are all in here. So these drawers are really messy, but I really wasn't going to clean them up. Like, this is how they are, and I need it to be functional more than it look pretty. So I know most crafters will probably say the same thing, that, you know, they try to give you more of a realistic view of how their space is, how they use it. So these are my cutters, some extra ones that I have, a little one that you would use more for pictures. And then I have an extra cutter here. It is a bit dull, so I just leave it in here. This is more of a backup if I need it, or I need to cut something that I don't want to dull my other one out with. And that's it in here, some extra pieces for it. So in here, I just house all of my, so I have the Brother P-Touch, and this is the D400. I love this thing, and it is amazing. So I use this to label all of my planner items, and then I have back there just extra refills. I have some micro notes in here that I picked up from Dollar Store, and some from Happy Planner, and some extra refill papers, along with some baby wipes, because who doesn't need baby wipes when they're crafting? Next is this drawer full of more stuff. So I just have some, I needed those dog waste bags. So I use those dog waste bags like for everything. So I use them in order to catch like little pieces that I have for my Cricut, stuff like that. So I was actually going to go buy another box, but there's one right there. So yeah, see, when you do a tour, you find things. I have my printer that I use for memory keeping. I have all of my bows that I've made, and just some extra like stuff. So I have some Moterm rings here for my A7, rose gold, different ones that I've changed out my sizes, along with some tapes. And this basically drawer is like a miscellaneous as well. And this last drawer, I just have extra items I need for cricketing, extra pens and batteries, and that is what I keep in my Alex drawers. So quick and to the point. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown of what I have in here. I do have a Hudson cart from Michaels. This is a walk-in closet. I do have all of my painting supplies at the bottom with some like wipes on that last drawer. I won't show you exactly what's in there, but you can kind of get a general idea of all my painting supplies and adhesives. I have some nail stuff because at one point I was doing more nails. I have some nail polishes, stuff like that in there. And then as well on here, I have some bags that I use for, you know, when I need to change out my items. I just use this little caddy and some tape I house there, along with some workout things that I have here. So the workout stuff is like, I have two different step stools. One is a stepper that is just like a basic regular stepper. And then this one has been modified to use with my Wii. And yes, I still do have my Wii. And it is great because I use the Wii Active. And then as well, I just keep my step stool because I am a little vertically challenged, along with all of my dumbbells. And I just keep them all in here. Before they were out in the main area in the last craft room, but I like that because I've made such a purge of a lot of my things. I can actually now house more in here. So on here, as you can see, is just all of my, and all of these things I've probably shown on my channel, like this unit here that I use all my scrapbook papers from Michaels. It does start to sag if you have a lot of paper on there, but it is great for, you know, housing scrapbook paper. This one here, I have just, you know, little items. I ended up getting rid of all of my Project Life cards, all of my Project Life items. I haven't Project Life since I said I was going to. So for me, I'd rather let it go, let someone else use it, and, you know, feel free from overloading my space with things that I'm no longer, like, they don't serve me and I'm not using them. So as you can see, I love my Happy Planner and I love a disc bound. So all of my discs are here. And these are all my metal ones. So I kept them in that area. And then all of my plastic I put in there, all various sizes. And then here is a hanging purse, I guess, or organizer for your closet. I'm using it for all of my Cricut supplies. As you can see, I have a lot of Dollar Tree vinyl. I love it because it is nice and thin. And then I am using this down here to house some vinyl from like Happy Planner and so sorry, Happy Planner. The vinyl is from Cricut as well that I ordered in bulk, like those brown boxes down there. So on here, I do have some items that I'm going to be showing. So in that like that package right there, here I just house all of my crafting supplies. So this one has all of my material like felt and, you know, other kind of material. This one has all of my like leatherette pieces. And then this last one has like sewing items. So I do have this Kallax in here. And sorry, yes, this is a Kallax. This one has been modified and it has all the drawers and opening areas. So I won't show you, but there's snacks in there. Yes, I house snacks. These are all my Mo Terms and Louis Vuitton agendas and any other planners I have, I keep in there. And then that bottom one has all of my candles, but I have this stuff in front of it, so just believe me. And then lastly, I have, as you probably remember, I had a lot of bins and they were all full of like items. I basically purged most of it. So each season has its own bin now. Christmas always has more than one. So as you can see, I have my fall bin to this fall sort of Halloween items, all my wood supplies, all of my ribbons I condensed. I had maybe like 2 or 3 like that. I have one and it houses all of the ribbons I need for each season. And then I have like raffia up there and yarn, and this one has all of my spring items. This one has Christmas. This one also has like a lot of Christmas items as well. And that one in the back corner has extra pieces as well. You know, crafters, we always have a lot of just stuff that we're keeping in the hopes that we're going to craft and use, right? But I really wanted to purge. Before, I had like a whole full shelf of just stuff. And as you can see, I've removed pretty much, I want to say I've purged maybe like 40%, 45%, to be honest with you, of most of the items that I was not using. Even like this Hudson was full and I took out everything. So yeah, that is my space now. And up here, I just have some extra planner supplies and some extra pens and stationery that I condensed as well. And then some extra caddies if I am traveling and I need to carry my planner supplies. So that is my tour. So let me walk back out, do another pan around so you can see the space again. And that is everything that I have. And this is now my space. So as you can see, it functions, I think, a lot better. Everything for me that I need right away is all in one space and I can reach it quickly. And I have my mom cave and space that I can use. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you are not already subscribed, don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out. And then I will see you guys on another, hopefully, video. Bye.